Hi everyone, in this video I am going to solve O-Levels Additional Mathematics Paper 1 in a session May-June 2023 Paper 1-2. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1, the diagram shows the graph of y equals to a cos bx plus c. Find the values of the constants a, b and c. So a is the amplitude, c is equation of x's and b you will get by the help of period, right? So let me solve with the amplitude. Okay, using the formula for amplitude, A is maximum value minus the minimum value divided by 2, right? So now we have to pick the maximum and the minimum value. The maximum value is 2 and the minimum value is -6, right? So the maximum is 2 minus, this minimum is -6 divided by 2. So this would be 2 plus 6 or 6 plus 2 divided by 2, or we can say 8 by 2, and this would be equals to 4. So the amplitude is 4, right? Now let me solve for c value. The equation of x's has a formula maximum value plus minimum value divided by 2. Max plus min divided by 2. Same, the maximum is 2 plus the minimum is -6 and divided by 2. So this would be equals to 2 minus 6 divided by 2. So that is -4 divided by 2, and that would be -2. So -2 is the equation of x's. Now to solve for b, this is equals to 360 degree, the domain is in degrees, divides period. Right, so we have to solve for the period first, right? So period has a formula that the starting point minus the ending point, right? So this is minus 480 to plus 480, right? So for period, we can say start minus end. The difference of starting point and the ending point is the period. So that should be 480 degrees, and negative times negative is plus 480 degrees, right? So 480 plus 480, this is 960 degrees, 960 degrees. Substitute here, this is 360 over 960. So 360 divides answer is 3 by 8. So 3 by 8 is the b value, right? Now let me rewrite the equation, which is y equals to a cos b x plus c, right? Question number 2, do not use a calculator in this question. Solve the equation giving your answer in the form of a plus b square root of 5, where a and b are integers. Okay, so let me rearrange the equation first. This is a quadratic equation. So 2 plus square root of 5 is the coefficient of x square, minus 4 is the coefficient of x, and the constant term is -3 into 2 minus square root of 5 equals to 0. Now we can solve this quadratic equation by using quadratic formula. So we have x equals to negative of the b value, which is 4, plus minus square root b square minus 4 square, minus 4 times the a value is 2 plus square root of 5 times the c value is -3 into 2 minus square root of 5, right? This is the square root, and this whole thing is divided by 2 times of the a, 2 of 2 plus square root of 5, right? So now we have x equals to 4 plus minus square root 4 square is 16, negative times negative is positive 12, 2 plus square root of 5, 2 minus square root of 5 is 2 square, which is 4, negative square root of 5 square is 5. Okay, divides 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 square root of 5, right? Further simplification, we have x equals to 4 plus minus square root 16, 4 minus 5 is -1, and -1 times 12 is -12, right? and divides 4 plus 2 square root of 5, right? And 16 take away 12, this is equals to 4, and square root of 4 is 2. So 4 plus minus 2 divides 2 into 2 plus square root of 5, right? Now we have to convert this into a plus b square root of 5, so we have to rationalize this. So for the first root, we can say here x equals to 4 plus 2 divides 2 into 2 plus square root of 5, right? And for the second root, we can say we have x equals to 4 minus 2 divides 2 into 2 plus square root of 5, right? Now this would be x equals to 4 plus 2 is 6 by 2 into 2 plus square root of 5, and here x equals to 2 by 2 into 2 plus square root of 5, right? 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 times 1 is 2, right? Now we have x equals to 3 over 2 plus square root of 5. Rationalize it, this would be 2 minus square root of 5 multiplying and dividing by 2 minus square root of 5, the reciprocal of denominator. X equals to 1 over 2 plus square root of 5, again rationalizing, multiplying and dividing by 2 minus square root of 5. All right. So here x equals to 3 times 2 is 6 minus 3 square root of 5 divides 2 square is 4 minus square root of 5 square is 5. Here x equals to 2 minus square root of 5 divides 4 minus 5, which is negative 1. So x would be equals to 3 square root of 5 minus 6, and here x would be equals to square root of 5 minus 2, right? So these are the two solutions in the form of a plus b square root of 5, right? So x should be in the form of a plus b square root of 5, and a and b should be integers. So the a value is minus 6 and b is 3. Here a is minus 2 and b value is 1. Both are integers. Question number 3, part A. The diagram shows the graph of y equals to absolute of f of x, where f of x is a cubic polynomial. Find in factored form the possible expression for f of x, right? For cubic polynomial, the equation is y equals to a, x minus r, x minus s, and x minus p. Okay, p, r, s are the zeros, we can say. So y equals to a, x plus 2, this is minus 2, x minus 1, and x minus 4. To solve for the a value, we have to use the y-intercept, which is 0, 24. X is 0 and the y value is 24. So we have 24 equals to a, x values are 0, 2 times minus 1 times minus 4. All right, let me solve for a. 2 times minus 1 times minus 4, 24 divides answer, which is 3. From here, a value is 3, right? So we have y equals to 3 x plus 2 into x minus 1 into x minus 4. This is the cubic polynomial, but this is in the form of absolute. When you remove the absolute, you have plus minus sign. So we can say f of x equals to plus minus 3 x plus 2 into x minus 1 into x minus 4. Right. Now for part B, solve the inequality. So let me do scaling on both sides. Right. So we have 5x minus 2. This is plus minus, so take the scale, less than equals to 4x plus 1 is also plus minus when you remove the absolute, so take its scale, right? So this is 5 square is 25x square, plus 2 square is 4, right? And 2 times 5 is 20, minus 20x. is less than equals to 4 square is 16x square plus 1, and 2 times 4 times 1 is 8x plus 8x. Shifting all the terms to the left side, so 25x square minus 16x square minus 20x minus 8x plus 4 minus 1 is less than equals to 0, right? So 25 minus 16 is 9x square, minus 20 minus 8 is minus 28x, and 3 plus 3 equals to 0. Sorry, this is less than equals to 0, right? Now let me factorize this. 9 times 3 is 27, and we can say 27 times 1 is 27, and minus 27 minus 1 is negative 28, right? 9x square minus 27x minus x plus 3 less than equals to 0, right? 9 and x is common, we are left with x, and 27 divides 9, which is 3, negative 3. Negative 1 is common, x minus 3 is less than equals to 0. Now we have two factors, x minus 3 and 9x minus 1. If I can solve it, put it equals to 0. So we have x value equals to 3, and from here x value equals to 1 by 9. 1 by 9 is 0.1. Right. So this is less than equals to. So it's a quadratic equation. Let me draw the parabola and let's visualize this situation. Okay. Both zeros are positive, which is 3 and 0.1. So if I can say this is the shape of the parabola, this is 1 by 9 and this is 3, the two zeros, right? Now this is less than and equals to, right? At equals to, it's 1 by 9 and 3. So for less is this region, right? When the x values are between this, it is less. So we can say the inequality, the solution for inequality is when the x values are between 1 by 9 is less than equals to x is less than equals to 3. The parabola is less. Question number 4. In this question, all lengths are in centimeters and all angles are in radians, right? The diagram shows a circle with center O and radius is r. The point A and B lies on the circumference of the circle, right, such that the angle AOB is theta and the length of the minor arc AB, this is arc length we have given, which is 12, right? The area of the minor sector AOB is 57.6 centimeter. So this is the area of a sector. The point C lies on the tangent to the circle at A, all right, such that OBC is a straight line. O, B and C, this is a straight line, right? And this is a tangent. Now for part A, find the values of r and theta. Okay, so the first information we have given the length of minor arc, which is arc length. So arc length is radius times theta. This we have given is 12. And the second information we have given the area of the minor sector. Area of a sector of a circle is half radius time, half r square theta in terms of radian. And this is 57.6. Right, now we have two equations we can easily solve for radius and for theta. Okay, so from the first equation, if I can say radius is 12 by theta and substitute into the second equation 1 by 2, 12 over theta whole square into theta equals to 57.6. So this is 1 by 2, 12 square is 144 and theta square into theta, this is 57.6, right? So this theta and this theta is cancel out, and 144 divided by 2 is 72. So we have 72 divides theta, this is 57.6. okay, now theta shift on the other side, so we can say 72 divides 57.6 this is equals to theta. Divide 57.6, which is 1.25 radians. 1.25 radians. Okay, the next thing is we have to solve for a radius. So we can say here radius is 12 over theta, which is 1.25. So 12 divides answer. This is 9.6 centimeter. 9.6 centimeter. All right. Now moving to part B, find the area of the shaded region, giving your answer correct to one decimal place. Area of the shaded region. So this is a shaded region, you can see. Using the concept that tangent is always perpendicular to the radius of a circle, so this is a right angle triangle. We have to solve for AC. We have OA, which is R, and R is 9.6, and we have the theta value, which is 1.25. right? So this is a front side and this is adjacent side, right? So we can say using the ratio for tangent, which is opposite over adjacent, and solving for AC, right? So let me solve for AC first. AC, let me draw the triangle separately. Okay, so the right angle is at A, and we have an angle AO, and this is C. So O we have given is 125. We have given OA, which is 9.6. So we have to find opposite and adjacent, right? So using the ratio for tangent, we can say tan 125 is opposite side is AC and the adjacent side is 9.6. So to solve for AC, we have to do 9.6 in radians, right? Times tangent of 1.25. This is 28.89. AC is 28.89. Now let me solve for the area of this triangle, right? So area of triangle OAC, this is half base times height, half. The base is AC, which is 28.89, times the height is OA, 9.6, right? Times 9.6 divided by 2, which is 138.68. 138.68 centimeter square is the area of the triangle. But we have to find the area of the shaded region. For the shaded region, what we have to do, the area of the triangle, subtract the area of a sector, you will get the area of the shaded region, right? So we can say the shaded area is from area of a triangle 138.68, we have to subtract the area of a sector, which is given 57.6. Subtract 57.6. So this is 81.08 or 81.1. 81.1 centimeter square is the shaded area. Question number 5, part A, find the exact solutions of the equation. Okay, so we have 6p power 1 by 3 minus 5 over p power 1 by 3 minus 13. This would be equals to 0, right? Let me take an LCM. P power 1 by 3. So p power 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. So this is p power 2 by 3 minus 5 minus 13 p power 1 by 3. And p in the divided by p power 1 by 3 multiplying by 0 is just 0. Right? Okay. Now rearrange it. So 6 p power 2 by 3 minus 13 p power 1 by 3 minus 5 equals to 0. Right? Now let me factorize this. So 6 times 5 is 30. We have to make a factors of 30. 3 times 10 is 30, and negative 3 minus 3 minus 10 is negative 13. 6p power 2 by 3 minus 3p power 1 by 3 minus 10 p power 1 by 3 minus 5. This would be equals to 0. Taking 3 common, and p power 1 by 3 is common, right? So we have 3 times 2 is 6, 2 p power 1 by 3 is left, because 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3, minus 1. Okay. No, these are not the right factors, because if I can take a negative 5 common, you will get 2p power 1 by 3 and plus 1, not the same factors, right? Let me make the factors for 30 again. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay. We have 2 times 15 is also 30, and 2 minus 15 is 13, right? So here we have plus 2 and minus 15, right? Now let me take 2 common. 2p power 2 times 3 is 6, and we have minus 1. So it's plus 1. Now the next factor is taking plus 5 common. 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times 1 is 5. Negative 5 is common, sorry, equals to 0. So the two factors are 2p power 1 by 3 minus 5 and 3p power 1 by 3 plus 1 equals to 0. So from here, the putting both factors equals to 0. So p power 1 by 3, this would be equals to 0. From here, p power 1 by 3 equals to negative 5 divided by 2. It's positive, it's negative, sorry, it's positive. And the other is 3p power 1 by 3 plus 1 equals to 0. So from here we have p power 1 by 3 would be minus 1 by 3, right? Now let me solve for p, finding the exact solutions. So let me solve the first one. So p power 1 by 3 equals to 5 by 2. Taking cube on both sides, so p is 5 by 2 cube. So p equals to, this is cube, sorry, 5 by 2 whole cube is 125 over 8. This is the first solution. And the second solution is p power 1 by 3 is equals to minus 1 by 3. Yes, it's negative 1 by 3. So cube again, so p would be equals to, we have a negative sign, 1 over 3 whole cube. So p equals to minus 1 over 27. These are the two solutions. Now for part B, solve the equation giving your answer in exact form. All right. Let me simplify. We have log of 2x plus 5, applying the power property, it's 2, minus log of x plus 2, this is 1, applying the difference property, log of a minus log of b, log of a by b, which is 2x plus 5 whole square divides x plus 2. This would be equals to 1, right? So 1 we know is log base 10 is equals to 1. So let me write this down. So log of 2x plus 5 whole square divides x plus 2. This is equals to log of 10, right? Let me cancel the logs on both sides and solving for x. So we have 4x square plus 25 plus 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 5 is 20x. This would be equals to 10x, and 2 times 10 is 20. Shifting all the terms to the left side, 4x square plus 20x minus 10x plus 25 minus 20 equals to 0. So we have 4x square plus 10x and plus 5 equals to 0, right? Let me solve the quadratic equation by using a quadratic formula. So we have x would be equals to negative of 10 plus minus square root. We have 10 square minus 4 times 5 divides square root 2 times of 4. Right, further simplification is x equals to minus 10 plus minus square root. 10 square is 100, and we have 4 times 5 is 80. Negative of 80, and 2 times 4 is 8, divides 8. right? So this would be equals to minus 10 plus minus square root of 20 divides 8. In exact form, we have to simplify. Square root of 20 is 2 square root of 5. Minus 10 plus minus 2 square root of 5 divides 8. Taking 2 common from the numerator and the denominator. So the further solution is minus 10 divided by 8. 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10. So x would be equals to minus 5 plus minus square root of 5 divided by 4. Right. Question number 6, part A. Given that cot square theta equals to this and secant theta equals to this, find y in terms of x. We have given cot square and secant theta. So if I use the identity 1 plus tan square theta equals to secant square theta, right? So if I can say 1, tan is 1 over cot square theta, this would be equals to secant square theta, right? Substituting the values, we have 1 over cot, the recipe 1 over cot is y plus 2, this would be equals to secant square is x minus 4 whole square. So from here y plus 3, this would be equals to x minus 4 whole square, or we can say y equals to x minus 4 whole square negative 3. This is y in terms of x, or you can open the square of x minus 4 as well. Both are correct. Now for part B, solve the equation for phi is between minus pi to plus pi, giving your answer in the form of in terms of pi, right? So here we can say square root of 3 cosecant is 1 over sine of theta equals to 2, right? So here we suppose that theta is equals to 2 phi plus 3 pi by 4, right? Okay, so sine shift on the other side, square root of 3 by 2. So from here we can say sine theta is square root of 3 divided by 2. So here sine is positive, so we can check sine is positive in which quadrant and simplify. So sine is positive in first and second quadrant. Let me draw it. Using the cast rule CAST, right? This is theta, pi minus theta, pi plus theta, 2 pi minus theta. Sine is positive in first and second quadrant, right? So we can say that it is in radians, right? Sine inverse square root of 3 divided by 2 is pi by 3, right? So here the theta equals to pi by 3 in the first quadrant, and pi minus pi by 3 is pi minus answer is 2 pi by 3. All right. Okay, since there are 2 revolutions, let me add 2 pi in theta values. Adding 2 pi's. So in pi by 3, let me add 2 pi. So 2 plus 1 over 3 is 7 pi by 3. And 2 plus 2 by 3 is 8 pi by 3. Right. Now we have, this is the value for theta. Let me solve for phi from here. We can say the phi is going to be in theta, subtract 3 pi by 4 and multiply by 1 by 2. All right. So in all these are the 4 values of theta. We have to subtract 3 pi by 4 and multiplying by pi by 2. So the phi is equals to, so the first theta value is pi by 3. I can say 1 by 3 minus 3 by 4 times 0.5 is minus 5 pi by 24, right? So this is minus 0.2. This is between minus 1 pi to plus 1 pi, right? This is in the range, right? Now the next is 2 by 3 minus 3 by 4 times 0.5 is minus pi by 24. Minus pi by 24, and this is also in the range minus 0.04, right? The next is 7 by 3 minus 3 by 4 times 0.5 is 19 pi by 24. 19 pi over 24. Let me check. This is 0.79. This is also in the range minus pi to plus pi. The next is 8 by 3. 8 by 3 minus 3 by 4 times 0.5 is 23 pi by 24. 23 over 24 pi. Let me check this value. 0.9. This is also in the range. So these four values belongs to the given range, which is 5 values minus pi to plus pi. Question number 7, part A. Find the number of ways in which 14 people can be put into 4 groups containing 2, 3, 4 and 5 people, right, out of 14. So the number of combination is 14. The first group is containing 2 people, right? Now from 14, the 2 is already taken. We are left with total is 12. Now 12 C. Now the next group contain 3 people. 3. Now from 12 subtract 3, 9 are left. So from 9 the next group contain 4 people, right? So from 9 subtract 4, we are left with 5. Now total is 5. The next group contain 5 people, right? So there are 4 groups and the number of people are 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? Let me simplify. 14 C2 is 91 times 12 C3 is 220 times 9 C4 is 126 and 5 C5 is just 1, right? So this is 126 times 220 times 91 is 2522520, right? 2522520. This much is the number of ways in which 14 people can be put into 4 groups, right? Now for part B, 6-digit number are to be formed using the digits 0 to 9. Okay, it should be a 6-digit number, right? Each digit may be used only once in any 6-digit number. So there is no repetition. It's a permutation question. A 6-digit number must not start with 0. Find how many 6-digit numbers can be formed if, number 1, there are no further restrictions. The only one restriction is must not start with 0, right? So it is a 6-digit number. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? It is not starting with 0, right? So how many options for the first digit? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 options for the first digit other than 0, right? Now if I can use the number 2, right? If I use 2 here, so how many options are left for the second? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again 9 options are left, right? And then we are left with 8 options, 7 options, 6 and 5, right? So this is 9 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. This would be 136080, right? 136,080. Now for the second part, the 6-digit number is divisible by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have given the restriction that it must not start with 0. So we have 9 options for the first digit if it is not starting with 0, right? If it is divisible by 10, so it must ends at 0, right? Because if it is divisible by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. So the last digit should be 0. We have one option for the last digit, right? We took one option for the last digit. If I can use the number 1 here, right? How many numbers are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are left with 8 options, and then 7, and then 6, and then 5, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 15,120. All right. Now for part 3, the 6-digit number is greater than 500,000 and even, right? So if it is more than 500,000, it must starts with 6, 7, 8 or 9, right? And it is even, so it must ends at 2, 4, 6, 8 and 0 as well, because 0 is also an even number, right? So we have overlapping case here. Okay, so for more than 500,000 we have to consider 5 as well, right? So now we have overlapping at 6 and 8, so we have to do 2 cases here. So for case 1 we can say start with the number start with 5, 7 or 9, because on 6 and 8 there is overlapping, right? So it is a 6-digit number, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 3 options for the starting digit, which is 5, 7 or 9, right? Let me take 5. So if I took 5 here, right, and even numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 even numbers, so 5 options for the last digit. If I can take 0, so I took 5 and 0, so how many are left? 8 options are left for the second digit. 8 and then 7 and then 6 and then 5. Okay, let me multiply. Okay, 3 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 5, 25, 200, 25,200, right? Now for case 2, let me consider the overlapping case. Start with 6 or 8. Start with 6 or 8. Okay, again a 6-digit number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 2 options for the starting number. It can be 6 or it can be 8, and 6 and 8 both are even. So the even numbers are 0, 2, 4. 3 even numbers are left. So there are 3 options, right? Then we have 8, 7, 6 and 5. Or let me just consider start with 6, because they are 2 overlapping. So starting with 6. So let me start with 6. So the first digit is 6. I have only one option for the first digit, right? And even numbers left are 0, 2, 4, 8. 4 even numbers are left, right? So we have 8, 7, 6, 5 and 4, which is 6, 7, 2, 0, right? Now the case 3, you can say start with 8. Starts with 8, right? Again a 6-digit number. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It is starting with 8. One option is for the first digit, and again the even numbers are 0, 2, 4 and 6. 4 options for the even, right? Now the remainings are 8, 7, 6 and 5. You have to multiply all of them, right? The same thing, we will get 6720, right? Now let me add all of them. 25,200 plus 6720 plus 6720. The total is 38,640, right? Number of ways. This is the total, which is 38,640 by adding all the 3 cases. Question number 8, it is given that f of x equals to 2 ln of 3x minus 4 for x is greater than a. Part A, write down the least possible value of a, right? So the least possible value of a is, we can say, this is basically the domain. We can say 3x minus 4 should be greater than 0, or we can say x should be greater than 4 by 3. Right, so here we can say the least possible value of a, which is equals to 4 by 3, right? Now for part B, write down the range of f. This is a logarithmic function. So range of logarithmic function is from minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus infinity is less than f is less than plus infinity. Now for part C, it is given that the equation f of x equals to f inverse of x has two solutions. You must not need to solve this equation. Using your answer to part A, sketch the graph for y equals to f of x and y equals to f inverse of x on the axis below, stating the coordinates of the point where the graph meets the axis. Right. Okay, let me solve for the intercepts first. So if I work on x-intercept for the function f of x, y would be equals to 0, right? So y equals to 0, we can say, or f of x equals to 0. So 2 ln of 3x minus 4, this would be equals to 0. Ln of 3x minus 4 equals to 0, or 3x minus 4 equals to e power 0, which is 1. So we can say 3x minus 4 equals to 1. So 3x equals to 1 plus 4, this is 5, and x equals to 5 by 3. Right, what is 5 by 3? 1.67. So for y-intercept, if I work on the y-intercept, for y-intercept you have to put x would be equals to 0. So if I solve ln of minus 4, this is undefined. So there is no y-intercept, only x-intercept is here. This is for f of x, right? So the x-intercept, let's say the one I can draw. Okay. This is 1, this is 2, 3, and so on. So 1.67 is the point closer to 2. This is the point, right? So x-intercept is 1.67, right? And we have using the answer of part A, which says x is more than, the domain is x is more than 4 by 3, and the y values are between minus infinity to plus infinity, right? So more than 4 by 3, this is 5 by 3. 4 by 3 is 1.3. So the values are more, this is the x-intercept, right? The values that are more than 5 by 3, all the x values, right? So the shape of the graph is, this is the x-intercept, right? And the range is between plus infinity, y is plus infinity to y minus infinity, and the values of x is more than 4 by 3. Let's say this is 4 by 3, all the values that are more than 4 by 3. This is the graph for f of x, right? Now for f inverse of x, the x-intercept is 5 by 3. Now we have the y-intercept, which is 5 by 3 for inverse. Okay. Let me say this is 1, 2, 3. So we have 1.67 is closer to 2. This is my y-intercept, and the x values are between minus infinity to plus infinity. So if I can draw this. So this is a shape for f inverse of x. All right. And when we put both of them equal, it has two solutions. The 2 point of intersections are the solutions. It is given that g of x equals to 2x minus 3 for x is greater than equals to 3. Number D1, find an expression for g of x. Okay, so g and g of x is 2x minus 3, right? And g of 2x minus 3 is 2 into 2x minus 3 and minus 3. So this would be 4x minus 2 times 3 is 6 minus 3. So this would be 4x minus 9, g of gx. Now for the second part, hence solve the equation f of g into gx equals to 4, giving your answer in exact form, right? So f, g and g of x, which is 2x minus 3, and this would be equals to f g of 2x minus 3 is 4x minus 9, right? And f of 4x minus 9 is, let me write down f of x first, which is given f of x equals to 2 into ln 3x minus 4, right? Now f of 4x minus 9 is 2 ln 3 into 4x minus 9 and minus 4. Just x is replacing with 4x minus 9. So 2 ln 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 12x. 3 times 9 is 27 minus 4. Okay. Now we have 2 ln 12x minus 27 minus 4 is minus 31. Right. Now this is the equation. Now put it equals to 4 and we have to simplify. Right. So 2 ln 12x minus 31 equals to 4. Right. Let me divide by 2 on both sides. So we can say ln of 12x minus 31 equals to 2. Right. Now converting logarithmic to exponential, 12x minus 31 equals to e power 2. We have to solve for x, right? So 12x would be equals to e square plus 31, right? And here we have x would be equals to e square plus 31 divides 12, right? Question number 9. The diagram shows the part of the curve. Okay, this is the curve, right? And the straight line, and this is a straight line. Find the area of the shaded region, giving your answer in exact form. Area of the shaded region, right? So first let me find the point of intersection of the curve and this line, right? At what point the curve and the line intersect, right? So if I can say this point x would be equals to 0, and what is this coordinate of x? Right. Point of intersection, let me put both of them equal and solving for the points of intersection. So we can say 3 plus 4 over 2x plus 1 equals to solving for y's. So 3x over 3 and 6 over 3. Right. Solving for x, we have 3 plus 4 divides 2x plus 1. This is equals to 2x over 3 plus 2. Okay, let me combine the x terms. So we have 4 over 2x plus 1 plus minus 2x over 3. This would be equals to 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. Right. Now let me take an LCM. So 3 times 4 is 12, minus 2x is multiplying with 2x plus 1 and divides 3 into 2x plus 1 and equals to negative of 1. Okay, so this is 12 minus 4x square minus 2x equals to negative 3 into 2x plus 1, right? So 12 minus 4x square minus 2x equals to negative 6x negative 3, right? So 12 minus 4x square minus 2x plus 6x plus 3 equals to 0. So minus 4x square plus 4x and 12 plus 3 is 15 equals to 0. Or let me take negative sign common, 4x square minus 4x minus 15 equals to 0, right? This is a quadratic equation. Let me solve by using quadratic formula. Okay. The rewriting the equation is 4x square minus 4x and minus 15 equals to 0, right? So x equals to negative b plus minus square root b square is minus 4 square is 16, negative 4ac, negative 4 times a value times the c value is plus 240, divides 2 times 4 which is 8 plus 16 and square root is 16. X would be equals to 4 plus minus 16 over 8, right? So 4 plus 16 divided by 8 is 5 by 2. 4 minus 16 divided by 8 is negative 3 by 2. So we are not working for negative. We have to take the positive. 5 by 2 is 2.5, right? So this is a positive, we have to pick, which is 5 by 2, right? Now to find the area, so first we have to area is integration is area under the curve, right? So we have to integrate this curve between x equals to 0 to x equals to 5 by 2, right? This you will get the area under this curve, right? But this portion is not shaded, so this is a trapezium, right? So we have to subtract the area of a trapezium, which is half the sum of parallel side, this side and this side, and the height, multiply by height, right? So let me solve for area under the curve first. Area under the curve is integration from 0 to 5 by 2 for the curve 3 plus 4 divides 2x plus 1 dx, right? So here we can say 3 is outside, integration 0 to 5 by 2 dx, plus 4 is outside, integration 1 over 2x plus 1 into dx. And we know that integration of 1 over x is ln of x. When the derivative is complete, the derivative is 2, so multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2, right? So we have 3, the integration is x here, plus 2, the integration is ln of 2x plus 1, and the limits we have to substitute from 0 to 5 by 2, right? Let me substitute the upper limits and the lower limits. So 3 times 5 by 2 minus 0 plus 2 times ln of 2 times 5 by 2 plus 1 upper limit minus 2 times ln of 0 plus 1, right, the lower limit. Okay, so 5 by 2 times by 3 is 15 by 2 plus 2, 2 is cancelled with 2, ln 6 here, and ln of 1 is 0, right? So 15 by 2 plus 2 ln 6 is area under the curve, right? Now let me work on area of a trapezium. If I draw the trapezium here, okay, this is the shape of the trapezium. So the sum of parallel sides, you can see this is shape of the trapezium. Area is half the sum of parallel sides multiplied by height, right? So area of a trapezium is half b1 plus b2 multiplied by height, right? This is b1 and this is b2 and this is the height. Height is between 0 to 5 by 2, so here height equals to 5 by 2, right? What is b1 and b2? Okay, so this is b1 and b2. So the point of intersection, we have the x and y coordinate. The x coordinate is 5 by 2. Let me solve for the y coordinate, right? For y coordinate, you can substitute the x value into any of these two equations. So if I substitute into the curve, we can say y would be equals to 2 by 3x and plus 2, right? X is 5 by 2, right? So we can say 2 by 3 multiply 5 by 2, 5 by 2, yes, and plus 2, so this is 11 by 3. Okay, so this length is 11 by 3, and for this length, so this is the line which is 3y equals to 2x plus 6, right? So for this line, the x is equals to 0. Here x equals to 0, we have to solve for y. When x equals to 0, 2 times 0 is 0, so 3y equals to 6 and y equals to 2, right? So this length is 2, this length is 11 by 3, and the height is 5 by 2, right? Let me substitute here. Area of a trapezium is half 2 plus 11 by 3 multiply by height, which is 5 by 2, right? Now let me simplify. Plus 2 multiply by 5 by 2 and multiply by 1 by 3. 85 over 18. Okay, now let me work on the shaded area. So the shaded area is basically the area under the curve subtract the trapezium, because trapezium is not shaded. Area under the curve is 15 by 2 plus 2 ln 6. Subtract area of a trapezium is 85 over 18. Sorry, this is half, not 1 by 3. Yeah. So 2 plus 11 by 3 multiply 1 by 2 multiply 5 by 2, which is 85 over 12, not 18, sorry. Right. So this is 15 by 2, 15 by 2, 15 divided by 2, subtract 85 divided by 12. This would be equals to 5 by 12. 5 by 12 plus 2 ln 6 is the shaded area. Question number 10, part A. The first three terms of an arithmetic progression are 1, 2, and 3, where x is not equals to minus 1 by 2. Number 1, show that the sum to n terms can be written in the form where a and b are integers to be found. Found. Okay, so sum to n terms for arithmetic progression, the formula for the sum is Sn equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right. So show that the sum to n term is written. Right. So Sn equals to n by 2 into 2 times the first term is 2x plus 1 plus n minus 1, and the d is the common difference, which is second term over subtract first term. Let me solve for d. D equals to second term is 4 into 2x plus 1, subtract 2x plus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 into 2x plus 1 is the common difference, right? So this would be equals to 3 into 2x plus 1, right? Okay, so 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1, you can take it common. So Sn equals to n by 2. 2x plus 1 is common. We are left with 2 here, right? And plus 3 into n minus 1, right? So Sn equals to n by 2 into 2x plus 1, and we can say 3n. This is 3n minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, right? So an plus b. So a is 3 and b is minus 1, and they both are integers. Now for the second part, given that the sum to n term equals to this, find the value of n, right? So it is given. So we can say put them equal. So n by 2 into 2x plus 1 into 3n minus 1, this is equals to 57n, 54n plus 37 into 2x plus 1. Okay, let me cancel the like factors. 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1. So we are left with 3n square divided by 2 minus n by 2 and minus 54n and minus 37. This is equals to 0, right? Make a quadratic equation in n and finding the values of n, right? So we have let me take 2 as an LCM. So 3n square minus n, 54 times 3, 54 times 2 is 108, 108n, and 37 times 2 is 74, minus 74 equals to 0. So dividing by 2, 2 times 0 is just 0, right? So 3n square, and we have minus 109n minus 74. This is equals to 0, right? So let me solve by using quadratic formula. So n equals to negative of b plus minus square root b square, which is 109 square, which is 11881, 11881 minus 4ac. minus 4 times the A value times the C value, 888 plus 888. It's a square root, and this whole divides 2 times 3, which is 6. So plus 11881, and the square root of answer is 113. So n equals to 109 plus minus 113 divides 6. So we have two values for n. 109 plus 113 divided by 6 is 37, and 109 minus 113 divided by 6 is minus 2 by 3. N is minus 2 by 3. And we know that n is a number of terms which never be negative. It should be a positive integer. So n is 37 is the solution. Right. Now for the third part, given also that the sum to n terms in part 2 is equals to this much, find the value of x. So Sn equals to this much in part 2. The part 2, we have to solve for x. For part 2, Sn is 54n plus 37 into 2x plus 1. This would be equals to 1017.5. Right. Substituting the n value, which is 37, 54 times 37, add 37. Okay. And 1017.5 divides answer is 1 by 2. So we can say 2x plus 1 equals to 1 by 2, and then subtracting 1, right? So 2x equals to 1 by 2 minus 1, which is minus 1 by 2, and x should be equals to minus 1 by 4. This is the value of x. Now for part B, the first three terms of a geometric progression are where y is not equals to minus 1 by 2, given that the nth term of the progression is equals to 4 times n plus 2th term. Find the possible value of y, giving your answer as a fraction. Its term. For geometric progression, the nth term is un equals to u1 r power n minus 1. u1 is the first term, r is the common ratio. Solve for r. R is second term, which is 3. 2y plus 1 square divides the first term, which is 2y plus 1. So like factors are cancelled, 3 into 2y plus 1 is the common ratio. So nth term, we can say un equals to 4 times of un plus 2, right? And we have to solve for y, right? So u1 is the first term, which is un is first term into common ratio power n minus 1. First term is 2y plus 1 into the common ratio, which is 3 into 2y plus 1, and its whole power is n minus 1. This would be equals to 4 into n plus 2 term. Okay, so un plus 2, you can see for n term, the power is n minus 1, 1 less. For n plus 2 terms, the power is 1 less, n plus 1, right? For the first term is the same, which is 2y plus 1. The common ratio is same, 3 into 2y plus 1, but the power is now n plus 1, right? We have to solve for y. So cancel the like factors, 2y plus 1 with 2y plus 1, right? Here the 3 power is n over 3, and 2y plus 1 power is n over 2y plus 1. Because its power is minus 1, so I divide, make it even power. So 3 power is n and 3 power is 1. 2y plus 1, its power is n into 2y plus 1, right? Cancel the like ones, 3n, 2y plus 1, n, 2y plus 1, power is n, right? Now let me simplify. We have 1 over 3 times 2, okay, 3 into 2y plus 1 equals to 4 into 2y plus 1, right? We have to solve for y. There is 3 as well, so we have to times it by 3. 4, 3, and y, 2y plus 1. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 is over here. Okay, let me do further simplification. So 3 times of 12 is 36, right? 1 over 36 equals to 2y plus 1 whole square, right? Square root on both sides. Right. So square root of this and square root of this is 1 over 6, and this is 2y plus 1 with plus minus, right? So here we have 2y plus 1 equals to 1 by 6, and the other is 2y plus 1 is equals to negative 1 by 6, right? So what is 2y? 2y equals to 1 by 6 minus 1, which is minus 5 by 6, and dividing by 2 is minus 5 by 12, right? And minus 1 by 6 minus 1, so 2y equals to minus 7 by 6, dividing by 2 is y equals to negative 7 over 12. So these are the two possible values of y, which is minus 5 by 12 and minus 7 by 12. Now for part C, the first three terms of a different geometric progression are these. For theta is between 0 to pi by 2, find the values of theta for which the progression has sum to infinity, right? We have sum to infinity, s infinity, which is equals to the first term over 1 minus common ratio. It exists when absolute of r is less than 1, or we can say that when the r values is between minus 1 and plus 1, right? So let me solve for r. What is r in this case? Minus 1 is less than r is less than 1, right? R is the common ratio, minus 1 is less than the second term over the first term, which is 2 sine cube theta over sine theta is less than 1, right? Now we have sine theta is cancelled with sine theta, we are left with sine square theta. So dividing by 2, minus 1 by 2 is less than sine square theta is less than 1 by 2, right? And taking a square root on both sides, so this is minus 1 over 2 square root is less than sine theta is less than 1 over square root of 2. This does not exist because there is a square root. In square root there is a negative number, so it is a complex root. So we are working with the real values of theta, not the complex ones, right? So we can say sine theta is equals to 1 over square root of 2. Let me solve this one. Okay, so when sine theta equals to 1 over square root of 2, so theta would be equals to sine inverse of 1 by square root of 2 in radians, right? Sine inverse 1 divides square root of 2 is pi by 4, and also sine is positive in second quadrant, which is pi minus pi by 4. Pi minus answer, which is 3 pi by 4. So it is more, but the range we have given is between 0 to pi by 2. So pi by 4 lies in the range, right? Belongs to the range, the given range, right? So this is a value of theta, or if I can rewrite, so 0 is less than theta is less than pi by 4 in terms of interval, right? Okay, so that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.